I hear the ding. Okay. So it's recording now.
Awesome.
Feel free to say whatever.
Penis. Is that a good opener?
Penis. Yeah, that's what we're starting the video with. This is CJ, by the way. I don't know if I said that already.
Yeah, I'm not David.
Yeah, he's not David. Be disappointed.
You better be.
Because when you do stand-up, you want to talk to the audience like they're your friend. And so, because I was literally performing for my friend, it helped. And then I had, so I figured, I might as well just bring friends along while I do this.
A win-win, because at the end of the day, you're, hanging out with me, too.
Exactly. I get to hang out with a friend, I get to do stand-up, and I get to vlog. I'm so productive right now, you don't understand.
Yeah, it's there's a productive level of, just, regular, and, you're, way above average,
Are you talking directly into the camera?
No. Should I be?
Do you know how many people died because of coal? So many.
Probably a lot of people.
So many people died.
All those commercials for mesothelioma are, not there for, a single purpose.
So many kids. We used to use kids for labor. We don't do that anymore. Isn't that crazy?
You used to give people, a penny just to, work for 2 hours. And they would be like, yeah, of course, I would do that. A penny is, a lot of money.
I was listening to Bill Burr talk about having a paper route when he was a kid, and he loved it. He talked about it like it was, oh no, I took a wrong turn. Oh geez, I'm gonna go down this alley. Yeah, he was talking about how he used to love having a paper route because as a kid, you don't have money, and that gave him money.
Yeah, I would assume your first job is something you would enjoy, since you're actually getting currency, and not from your parents where oh yeah, here's $10, I'm not gonna give you money till the end of the year. Unfair.
Dude, I worked so hard in my first job.
My first job, I would demand hours. I would just yell and be I'm sorry, but I am not leaving. You can't send me home. And I would just make a lot of money, and then look at me now, I'm fucking tired. I wanna go home.
I know.
My only excuse to say I really need to go home is I have homework. I really need to go right now.
And then you go home and play Pokemon Go. The thing that always burns my just before sleep hours and my wastes time in between the things that I'm doing are those YouTube compilations where it's copyright strike number 42.
Yeah. That's the dispensary over there.
Where?
Over there, that Y building. Next to the Express Loop.
Here, let's go over
to the Express Loop.
Let's pick some up. No, the dispensary. What are you talking about?
A friend of mine drove me to K-Town.
Yeah.
And he said, hey man, do you want to buy something? I said, I don't really smoke, but I'll buy something if you want something. Because for a first person deal, since it was my first time ever being in a dispensary, they give you extra shit.
Yeah.
So they gave me 5 extra blunts, and I'm what am I supposed to do? He's I'm not gonna smoke them right now. And I just gave it to him. He said, let me buy you something. He's yeah, buy me some food or something.
Could you imagine any other drug doing that? No beer company is oh, thanks for coming to the bar. Let's give you 7 more beers.
Yeah, let me just give you the whole bottles as a present of welcoming of the alcoholism. And you're this is fine.
All right, I can get into this.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm very appealing to Google, entity. I'm a young man.
You're
make
the
funnies.
ideal person for someone to be just sponsored by Google. They just look and be you're in. Where have you been all my life?
I make video game content. I make vlog content. I make the perfect amount of content for Google to just pay me so much money.
Yeah.
So
why didn't you start in the internship with Owen Wilson then? I'm not gonna lie, that movie was very wow.
Was that movie good?
It was alright.
So we finished the mic. What are your thoughts, CJ?
Well, first of all, we're back. And we're in the car. It's what? 8 o'clock-ish?
Yep.
And yeah, the mic, a lot of stuff was brought up. I guess most of them were I guess the first set had a lot of females, so everybody wasn't able to freely talk about their dicks and porn. Or not just like that. It just felt like it was more like a very manly set, you could say.
There's definitely more attention towards certain subjects when it's a room of all dudes. Like you don't, like unless if you're strictly working on like specific material, you don't get the same like level of like real crowdness from an audience. I feel like girl humor is slightly different. Do you notice that?
Yeah, especially if it's not a girl that like it's like that old lady we had.
The one with only half a finger?
Yeah, missing that finger. She was very like wide about saying. I think it's hilarious when like in like a 50 plus year old woman talks about like how she doesn't have kids and all she does like, you know, talk about like I didn't have kids but I got pregnant a whole bunch of times, you know. Like I feel like it's too real. Because then I think about it like, man, I wonder if my parents or like my grandparents ever did that. Like they ever thought about that? Like, man, I had so many abortions or some shit like that. Like,
there was a lot of abortion talk. I've noticed that when there are more females in the audience, especially female comedians, the abortion jokes come out like hot. Like they,
yeah,
like the good
like
ones.
the main topic is like, did you swallow or did you swallow or you should have swallowed?
This guy wanted me to swallow his cum, and I'm like, ew. We're just reading
names.
We're reading signs now. Tijuana Meat Market, is that a strip club? Oh my god, that's my new nickname for strip clubs is Meat Market.
Yeah, have you been to the meat market before?
Dude, how funny would that be if like you went into the meat department at a store and like it's a bunch of butchers in like the white outfit and everything, but they have slabs of meat and they're like shaking it around for you and you're like $20.
To the people out there that they think they know everything and like they make it seem like life is so easy for them, I hope you know, fuck you. Because I have it hard because I made bad mistakes and like there's nobody there for help unless you actually go out to help.
Like what? What's a bad mistake people should avoid?
Don't fuck around in high school. Do your work. You could do drugs.
Do drugs.
Dude,
I said this in the last episode too. Do drugs, kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I think doing drugs at a very young age is where like it wakes you up, but like you need someone to wake you up. Because if you don't have anybody to wake you up, you're gonna be continuing doing drugs, and you're gonna be like, this is fine. Getting high every day is perfectly fine.
Oh yeah. For me, there was a point where I realized that I had nothing. Like I would look at some of my other friends. They would have like one of my friends has like multiple cars, or like another friend just like always has things. He's just always got like spare money to do this. He can be cheap sometimes, but like he'd be like super cheap sometimes. Like, hey man, I don't have enough gas money, so you're gonna have to walk home. And it's like, well, can I ride home with you? He's like, yeah, but I'm just going to my house. Like that's like that level of like cheap.
I've actually never experienced that. Like my friend ever told me like, oh, I can't drive you home. Which is weird because like I don't know, everybody, it's because I guess everybody has a job now.
It's just
and,
a kind thing to do. Yeah. Like I know it's hard to walk home.
And like you can also like feel that like, oh man, you have to walk home. That really sucks. Like good luck. like you can't just do that. Like
no, he was more just like, oh man, it's getting late.
Oh man, look at the time. Yeah. I left the ovens on, you know. Fuck, you know, like my mom's gonna kill me.
I live like 3 blocks away from you. Nah, man.
Bro,
like,
I need to go
in
home.
the opposite direction, though.
And I hate those kind of friends that they like make you feel like, oh, you're just a bad friend because you don't want to hang out with me. You know, like I'm like, if I don't want to hang out, it's because I'm doing something like important.
Yeah.
And like
people do that to me all the time because
I feel like it's okay to say no, but like it's not okay to say like no because I'm busy and I know I'm lying and I'm actually not busy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like be more like truthful to yourself.
I'll sometimes tell people that I'm too tired, and they always want to be like, come on man, just like an hour or something.
Yeah.
Like it's dude, I've been up since 6 a.m.
People
I'm
don't know that. They don't know that. They're like, yeah, I've been awake since 6 a.m. No, it's okay. You'll be fine.
You're exaggerating.
Like, yeah, come on. Like everybody stays up anyways. Like I'm like, yeah, but
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Like, I think this is where this ends.
Yeah, it was a fun vlog.
So.
Nice little conversation there.
Yeah, totes.
All right.
Let's
Goodbye.